Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game, man. It appears that LaLa Anthony might not be the innocent victim that she pretends to be when it comes to Carmelo Anthony. That, she just this good housewife that did everything and she was down from day one and all that type of stuff. Well, it appears that Lala ain't as innocent as she pretends to be, or the people that follow her and her fans and stuff. She ain't what you would call a saint because I'll just discover some very interesting information about Lala. Now we all know that Carmelo Anthony fathered a child out of wedlock. You know, he got his Manny Pacquiao on, and basically he fathered the daughter out of wedlock. And then there was supposed to be another incident with him on a boat with some model. I gotta admit, the lady looked damn good. I see Carmelo Anthony like exotic looking those erotic exotic looking black women. Hey, that's fine, no problem. But it appears that um LaLa Anthony possibly was plotting on Carmelo Anthony all the way back to when he was in college. And it appears that LaLa Anthony is a clout chaser, basically a gold digger, and among other things, and possibly a suspect lesbian. And I'll tie that later on. It appears that LaLa Anthony was messing with some other dude. I forgot what the dude's name is. And basically, to make a long story short, when the dude found out that she was creeping on him with Carmelo Anthony, he basically spit in her face. And him and Carmelo Anthony got into a fight. Basically, Lala hang around a group of women that was basically basketball wise type of chicks. Basically, they seek out professional athletes, and some of them possibly are undercover lesbians because they saying some of the people that she hang around with were known lesbians, but one of them now supposed to have a baby by an NBA person, and they basically saying Carmelo Anthony was a come up. And basically, it's funny how she talks about him cheating, but she actually had somebody and was cheating on this person with Carmelo Anthony. And then let's talk about the lesbian thing. I don't know whether LaLa Anthony is a lesbian or not, but I do remember that reality show that she had, and she hangs around lesbians, and she is a avid supporter, of those gay organizations. And like I said, she has lesbian cousins that she hang around with. And then, like I said, the reality show, the two people on the reality show were lesbians. So, I mean, you put two and two together, you know, I'm going to keep it 100. If you a straight dude and you always hanging around gay people, well, guess what? People going to think that you're gay. Not that nothing's wrong with, I'm not getting into that. I'm just making a point. Okay. Let's just face the fact. If you a straight dude, you ain't gonna be always hanging around gay dudes. And the same thing with a lady. If you consider straight or whatever the case may be, you ain't gonna always be hanging around lesbians. So that has been floating around about LaLa Anthony. But anyway, there was a dude that used to be a videographer for Rockefeller. He kind of like put her out there and basically said, "Hey, you walking around here saying this stuff, saying doing speeches, and I don't like that neither when you hear women say I don't need a man or I don't need a nigga and all that kind of stuff and you happen to have a son." And see, that's the type of shit that gets triggered in a young black man's head to where he grows up and have this animosity towards black men because it's systematic, is generational. And that's why a lot of these black men have that hatred that they have for other black men, and that's why they can grow up and will do something and harm a black man with no hesitation. But then they won't harm somebody that don't look like them that may be out to do more harm to them versus a black person, where they'll give somebody that's not black a pass if they disrespect them. But as soon as a black person remotely disrespect them, step on their Jordans, look at them wrong, they ready to do something to them. See, that's a mentality. That's something that a lot of black women got it bad about doing. Now, I'm not saying all the sisters do it, so don't come on here with that. I already know that. I'm just talking about a certain demographic of black women. They got it bad about doing that. That your daddy ain't shit stuff. That's not good for our up and coming and our young black men. A lot of the stuff that happens with black men and how they grow up is due to the mentality of the black woman on how she conducts herself or how she talks about black men in front of a black kid. A lot of black women don't want to take their responsibility in how a black man is raised. They want to put everything on the father. But if you sitting up there saying your daddy ain't this, your daddy wasn't that, and I don't need no dude and all that kind of stuff, well, guess what's gonna happen? They gonna grow up and have that mentality. You know, I'm telling you, it's generational. You know what I'm saying? You got to face the fact. That's the reason why a lot of black men grow up having the mentality they have towards other black men, because of women like LaLa Anthony that say that kind of stuff, saying we don't need. Because I'm not never gonna say I don't need no woman. I do need a woman. I do need a good woman in my life. For real? I'm just keeping it 100. But yeah, man, LaLa ain't the innocent victim that she making herself out to be. Some people believe, well, hey, this is her karma for basically she left a dude to go be with Carmelo Anthony, and she was cheating on the dude she was with Carmelo Anthony. And then they saying basically her son is a come up, and then she liked that lifestyle. Basically, LaLa was a run of the mill talk show host on MTV. She met Carmelo Anthony, and then that was it. And then they said that she cut off some of her friends who didn't, what you would call, hit the pro athlete jackpot. She say it's one that she cut off that, basically, well, she didn't land her athlete come up. But yeah, I'm just giving y'all a little intel about LaLa Anthony because, I'm just putting this out there. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as the other stuff about LaLa being possibly a suspect lesbian, to a certain degree, man, she did kind of give me that vibe. So, and then when I saw that reality show, I was kind of like, okay, all right, you draw your own conclusion. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.